sexually transmitted infection, and it can result in cancer. And like the kinds of cancer you can get from it are cancer in your rectum, in the mouth, and in the cervix. And around 6% of people that are affected with HPV end up getting these cancers. And HPV is a DNA virus as opposed to an RNA virus, and it kills the DNA, which leads to cancer. And so for our experiment, we did a cell culture study in human cells in petri dishes, and we had a total of 1,200 petri dishes and a total of 300 controls. So we had 100 of each cell type, so 100 cervix, 100 rectum, and 100 oral. And then we had a total of 900 that we added the virus into, so 300 cervical, 300 rectal, and 300 oral.
So out of all the controls, 1% of the oral got cancer, 6% of the rectal, and 8% of the cervical, without the HPV being in it at all.
And the ones that had the HPV, 10% of the oral cells were affected, 7% of the rectal, and 27% of the cervical cancer. Cervical cells have cancer.
And so in conclusion, even though some of the all of the controls didn't have the virus added into it, there are probably other things that led to them catching one of those, or getting one of those kinds of cancers, and it may not have been HPV, but we don't really know. But in both of them, the controls and the petri dishes that had the HPV virus added, cervical cancer was seen the most. It was 8% in the first one and 27% in the one that had virus added.
The best way to prevent it is to get the HPV shot.
So they just talked about their next steps. So what would your next steps be?
And our next steps would be to actually put it in a real-life organism as opposed to just cell petri dishes, such as like rats or mice.
Okay.
And see what the outcomes are.
Good. Can you guys go back to your results page again one more time? Okay, guys, take a look at their results, please. Do you guys agree with their conclusions? Do you agree with their conclusions? So they concluded, you guys concluded that cervical cancer was had the highest rate of HPV leading to cervical cancer, right?
Yeah.
And what did you conclude about oral and rectal cancers?
There isn't that high of a percent chance of you actually getting it with and without HPV. Like for oral cancer without any HPV, it's just 1%. It goes up by a lot. It goes up by 9% if you do have HPV. But for instance, like the rectal cells, it starts at 6%, and then if you have HPV, it only goes up to 7%.
Okay.
So,
yeah, but if you have HPV, your risk of getting oral cancer increases 10 times.
yeah.
But it was still less.
From this data.
Yeah.
From this data. So,
that would still mean that like HPV is clearly linked with oral cancer.
because there's a tenfold increase.
Yeah.
Okay. But what about their controls? What about that control number? What do you think about those? Any problems there, or anything that makes you have new questions based on their control numbers?
Those controls were just normal cells,
Normal cells.
and according to that, those percentages are the number of them that contracted cancers.
That's not the number of cells that contracted cancer, but the number of the samples that contracted cancer.
They seem really high.
Yeah.
So they're probably other like carcinogens.
So we might have to do some additional exclusion, right? It seems like 8% of cervical cancer, that seems pretty high as a background level, right, for these cells. So I think our next step would be to try to better understand that. Like, where are those numbers coming from?
Try to like rule them out to see how much of an effect HPV really does have on cancer.
Right. Knowing that that's your background, if you look at your 27%, yeah, I agree with you that you guys saw a huge jump for cervical cancer there. But 8% is just really high as a background level. So I again, I made these numbers up. It's not like these are real values, but okay. Very nice job.